And this is currently how the barn is. It is a muddy mess. Look out. See if I can get down the hill without slipping. That will be the the real test. Just so slippery. Maybe I should have started the video after I got down the hill. Alright, top view. This would be the turkey barn. And that would be probably the turkey run. The goats would be down there. Well, the does. Chickens are over there. Old doe barn. New doe barn. Not sure where we're putting the bucks yet. Gotta be near the does, so the breeding sheds and everything are relatively close. We have discussed putting them across the creek. So, oh Lord. This is going to be a trick. Ah, step on the roots and you're good. I didn't see the one root. God, so sick of rain. Alright. Trees used to be right here. They're now down there. In the gully. They are massive too. Now, the goats have been turned out every day for several months now. And they have helped us clear all of that pokeweed and honeysuckle off this hill. And I think I'm gonna go down this way. It's much easier and less likely to slip. We had this kind of graded to be sort of like a driveway so that if we ever get a side-by-side or golf cart, we could just drive up to the equipment barn up top. Woohoo, slippery. I'm telling you, you can't take a step without threat of falling. Backside of the bucks. Hear the hot wire popping. They need a much bigger run. That's one of the reasons I went ahead and sold Zen, trying to keep the numbers down. And then with the rain, it's only made it worse. Okay, let's get back here out of the sun, preferably. Alright, this is some of the brush they've been clearing. You can still see a lot of the blackberry stems that we've already cut. Ficus trees. They've debarked a lot of these. Honestly, don't know if it'll kill a ficus. I call them weed trees because they grow everywhere and are very hardy. There's the rotted stumps, what was left of those poplar trees. They were danger to fall eventually. Some of the roots. There's another huge poplar. And one of those is a poplar and one's a sweet gum. I think it's the one in the front's a sweet gum. This one's probably the largest poplar. This one and the one across the creek right there. I'm sure they're kind of at the end of their life cycle. I don't even want to have to try to think about how to cut that thing down. Look at the size of this thing. I know that's not going to help. I bet you it's at least 5 foot wide. Anyway, creek. Yeah, so much for privacy, right? People everywhere, all the time. I hate the walking trail if you haven't gathered. This is kind of how the fence ends on this side. You can see the creek there and the culvert that goes under the tracks, what used to be the tracks. Creek wraps around right through there, down behind that little ficus tree, curves up and then follows. I don't know. Anyway, we still have all of this to contend with. And then eventually have to put in some permanent fences. Not to mention the groundhog hole. This was a pokeweed root. Like I've ever seen one that big before. Backside of the doe barn, current doe barn. They're looking at me. We don't want to come out in the mud. Trying to make it where at least it's mowable next year. Keep everything, because I mean this is the best time of year to deal with this stuff, so when you can actually see the ground. When it's so green you can't see the ground, you don't know if you're fixing to step on level ground or if you're fixing to fall 6 feet because the kudzu and vines hide it. Creek. So soothing and peaceful if it wasn't for the walking trail. Maybe we'd be less bitter about it if they'd already paid for it. They take your land, don't bother to tell you, and you find out when somebody who knows contacts a lawyer, and the lawyer contacts you to inform you. Isn't that lovely? Although, because they have a 2-year statute. And if you don't find out or do anything about it within the 2 years, then they don't have to after that, and they don't. They would just cheat you out of your land. Lucky for us, the lawyer took care of it. Now, if we get the city of Pickens, City of Easley agreed to it. Easley, South Carolina. City of Pickens is not agreeing to it. So that's what the holdup is. They won't pay until they know the exact amount of easement that will be written into the deeds or onto the property lines. And the City of Pickens won't agree to what was previously decided upon. So much cleanup yet to do, but at least now we can get around and in it. This would be such a beautiful piece of property if it wasn't for that trail. Nice little bend wraps around. I hear Diva. Can you come up here so I don't have to go down there? We've talked about putting another little bridge back here. Just big enough really for goats to cross. A person, maybe 4 foot wide. Owl briar. This is where the trees fell. They came straight down here. So these are remnants of logs, limbs. We just need to clean them up. It's been a job getting all the bark and everything up through the grass part to keep it mowed. And now we've got all this brush cleared, so now we can actually get to it. Nice thorny briar. Well, property line for the acre. Down here I can see. Alright, should be right up on this bank. I don't recall if it's on the left or right of the manhole. I do know that it came down just on the left side of the old dough barn. I would think it would be on the right side of the manhole. Then the 2 acres goes up there to the 4th fence post. Hair in my mouth. Now the property line is right about in the middle of the screen. Because we don't have the fence on the fence line. The only place the fence is on the fence line is up there at the chain link. The rest of it's stepped in about 7 feet. And then this fence is stepped in another few feet, so. There's a block and a bottle next to the base of this tree. I wish I had something for size. Big tree. Okay. I think that about sums it up. Another briar poking me in the leg. This is not the best camera that I've had. I do need to invest in another one. That's pretty neat. The root has grown over top of the other tree's root. Okay.